What's going on, YouTube gamers? Bonfire here, bringing you another Insight commentary. And today, I'm bringing you some Titanfall gameplay where I am playing hardpoint domination on the map Airbase, using the shotgun. I don't use it too often, but I need it for this regeneration. And in this gameplay, I go 12-3, hold down one of the hardpoints pretty well with that shotgun, and have an epic escape right at the end. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. And today, I wanted to talk about HD remakes, and more specifically games that are getting the next gen treatment. We're seeing a lot of games as the new consoles have been released get the next gen treatment. We started with Tomb Raider getting the definitive edition. There's rumors that The Last of Us is going to get the next gen treatment on the PlayStation 4, which I'm all for that. People want GTA 5 coming to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. I believe Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, both great games, are coming to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And I think there's a few others that I'm leaving out, but we're certainly seeing a pattern of last-gen games coming over to next-gen and getting some updates, which is kind of cool, but it got me thinking, what games would I want to see get the next-gen treatment? So I'm going to give you 5 games that I think deserve the next gen treatment, and in no particular order except this first one because it's the one I would want the most. Starting at number 1 is Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, if they did a combo pack. If not, just give me Fallout 3. I think those games are fantastic, and when they came out, the graphics weren't terrible, but you could tell that it just wasn't smooth, and there was a lot of bugs. Certainly a lot of bugs. Those games are kind of known for that, unfortunately. But I think if they were given, some graphical updates, one of the great things about the next-gen consoles and when it's a big open-world game is that you can see farther, it's going to run smoother, and the landscapes they'll look more detailed. And I think it's a game that just would look a lot better given that next-gen treatment. And I would like to play it bug-free. I think by now they should have enough time to get rid of all the bugs, and we should be able to enjoy that game the way it was meant to be enjoyed. And Fallout 3 holds a special place in my heart. When that game came out, I literally poured a lot of hours into it. I'm hoping to replay it again because I finally got all the DLC, and it's for some reason I just have this fascination with post-apocalyptic games. I think that it fascinates me. It combines not only first-person shooters, which I love, but also exploration, and it has a really vast environment that is fun to explore. So it's a great game that deserves it. Next on the list is a survival horror game, and one of the first survival horror games I've actually played that came out on the PlayStation 2, and that is Silent Hill 2. And I've played some other Silent Hills. I absolutely love the franchise. Haven't played too many Resident Evils. Hope to do that someday, but I believe Silent Hill 2 is in my opinion, by far the best. And I think if you gave it that clean HD look, obviously the graphical updates, have it run smoother, you could really immerse yourself in this game that can be a little bit scary. And I think one of the things that make that game stand out so much is its storyline, and it kind of just messes with your mind a little bit. And I really enjoy games that play with you a little bit. And this game is just good. A lot of people hail this game as one of the greats, and I certainly think so. I certainly played the game quite a bit when it was out on the PlayStation 2, and I would love to replay that game on the PlayStation 4. I think it would be a lot of fun. Continuing on is a PlayStation 1 title that I feel like you don't see very many games like this anymore, and this is Crash Bandicoot. I would love to have this game redone and again cleaned up, graphical updates, and I think it's a fun game. I feel like gamers these days take games way too seriously, and when they see games like Crash Bandicoot, heck, even your Marios, they're like, oh, these are just kiddie games. And it's like, not really. I mean, they're out there to be fun. They're enjoyable, and they're fun experiences. And sometimes I feel like gamers just take games way too seriously these days. With all the military shooters and all the competitive first-person shooters out there, it's just enjoy the game for once. It's okay if you're playing a game, a platformer. Platformers are amazing games. Crash Bandicoot is one of my all-time favorites, and I would love to see it come to the PlayStation 4. I think it would be a ton of fun, and I don't feel like we get too many games like that anymore, so it would be nice to see that again. Continuing on, at number 4 is a game that some people hail as one of the greatest games of all time, and it's certainly one of my favorites. It really stood out to me when I played it was on the Nintendo 64, and that is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And it's not my number one favorite Zelda. That's A Link to the Past, but it's a close second, and I just think this game would look superior, just so much better. It deserves to be done in HD. It was the first open world Zelda game, and just having it cleaned up, graphical updates, redo all the character designs, to more modernize them, graphically speaking, and I think that game would just be that much better because it was a game that was kind of ahead of its time when it came out on the Nintendo 64, and I would love to replay that game. It's such a fantastic story and is well deserving of the next gen upgrade. And by next gen, I mean even coming to the Wii U, because I think it would work really well with the Wii U gamepad, having your inventory and maps down on the gamepad while you're playing the game. I don't understand why Nintendo doesn't do this. I'm not saying Wind Waker doesn't deserve to get brought to the Wii U, but for the Wind Waker, those graphics stood the test of time. They still look great even on the GameCube today. But Ocarina of Time doesn't really, and that's the game that I think is more deserving, and a game that would entice me to buy the Wii U if they were to bring it over. Last but certainly not least is another Nintendo game that came out on the GameCube, and is one of my all-time favorites. That is Metroid Prime, and this is the first-person shooter Metroid game. It was really cool, and it was really unique when it came out because Metroid games were always 2D side scrollers, and they finally brought it to a 3D world, and I played the crap out of this game. I remember I got it for Christmas, and I literally spent the rest of my Christmas break, sun up to sundown, minus when I had to go to work in between, playing this game, and I just played it nonstop. I was addicted to it, and I've been really wanting to get a copy of this game to replay it, but if they brought it over to the Wii U, again, I think it would work well with the gamepad, with the joysticks, make it feel more like a modern shooter. In terms of controls, you could do some really creative things with the gamepad, and making it run smoother, and giving it the HD remake. I think it'd be beautiful. It'd be another reason to buy the Wii U. I don't understand why Nintendo abandoned this franchise. It's such a great franchise, has a cult following, and people are begging for this game. I don't understand why it's not out. So there's my 5 games that I think deserve the next gen treatment. Let me know what you guys would like to see get the next gen treatment down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know with a like, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe because I got some really cool things coming your way. Until next time, I'm Bonfire, and I will see you online. Hey guys, don't forget Facebook and Twitter. Hit that button down below.